Alright, so we got the biggest problem with the word bearers, but before we get to the video, y'all, I have a Patreon where I'm going to be reacting to, sports, other copyrighted content, sorry about that, and, basically anything. I could legit just react to anything. Obviously, there's, like, guidelines. I can't react to the damn Adventures and Games movie. Well, what can I? I don't know about that, but I can react to basically almost any YouTube video. What else, bro? There's story times. We can react to sports. We can play games. We can do whatever you want, bro. If you want to support your boy, man, make sure you guys sign up and make sure you guys sign up for Patreon. Also, man, make sure you guys become a member of the Patreon. Yo, I didn't finesse y'all. I didn't, charge you guys $20 or nothing like that. Only $5, bro. $5 foot long. $5 a month. It's called the starter pack. This is the only pack that I have right now. If I'm coming up with any other ideas or whatever, then I'll come up with like other packs or whatever. But this is my first ever pack right here, the starter pack. And other than that, man, thank y'all so much for the support. And let's get right to the video.
This is, I guess, part 17 in a 20-part series I'm doing covering second founding successor chapters
here we go.
of the Legions. Do you need to have seen the other parts to understand this one?
No,
but it would make me happy. This is going to be a bit of a weird one. Instead of covering a successor chapter or warband, I'm going...
Now, before we even, before, Mr. 40K Bones just go off and go crazy, here's what I'm going to say. A lot of y'all were down below, y'all was like, yo, if you were to be in any Warhammer group or legion or whatever, you would be like a word bearer. Like I've seen a lot of y'all say that in my comments, and I'm like, yo, what makes y'all think that? Like I'm not a crash out, but turns out I think these guys are like really religious or whatever or something like that. And if that's the case, then I guess it makes sense. But like, I mean, it is what it is. We're gonna learn more about them anyway.
To discuss a topic that I think is very interesting. Think of it as a bit of a meta-narrative deconstruction of the idea of the word bearer's second founding chapter, instead of just covering them. As I go through life, I do this thing called reading. It was kind of funny starting off this channel all those months ago where I wasn't nearly as read about the 40k setting as I am now. I try to read through as many books as humanly.
Who is this? My. Whew. Hey, does anybody know who this is right here? Just let me know.
Some more information about things. I'm a bit of a slow reader, but I try my best, of course. So inevitably, whenever you read more about a specific topic, your opinion changes and develops more and more. I'm not above admitting when I was wrong, or when my opinion changes. And the word bearers are one of those topics that I find
Now, y'all were saying that I would be a word bearer. Do y'all think I would walk around with this on? Man, bro, y'all gotta be doing all types of mushrooms to think that I would be walking around with this on, bro. Yo, bro, he looks like he's going through his emo phase, bro. He looks like he likes pain. Yo, y'all think I would walk around looking like this, y'all? Bro, not even on my worst day I look like this, bro. Bro, not even on the day that I'm feeling down. Bro, not even on the day, bro, that I feel like I'm gonna turn into a damn Gotham City villain. Man, bro, you got to be out your mind. Bro, you got to be drinking Casamigos 24/7 if you think I'm going to be walking around dressed like this, bro. Are you serious? Bro, he looks like a Batman and Superman villain combined. He looks like a threat to all nations. He looks like he looks like a threat 365 days of the year, bro. What are we talking about, bro? This is menace level work right here, bro. Yo, he's not permitted to be anywhere near children at all, bro. Lock this man up. Throw him in it, bro. Bro, hey, 24/7, he should be like these, bro. In a straitjacket. This man is a menace to society already. I don't even know anything about the guy, bro. Menace to society level, bro. Victor Zsasz level, bro. And y'all think I would be this right here? Man, bro, y'all tripping, bro. No LMA.
The more I read about them, the more my mindset changes. What do I mean by this? Well, if you go back to my Season 2 announcement video, I mentioned I was going to cover a warband known as the Anointed. Now, those turn out were chosen in ignorance, as they aren't even really a warband. They are just the elite first company equivalent of a warband for the word bearers. Mostly Terminators and the like. It's not exactly something I can look at and in good consciousness make a video about in this series. So, like I did with the Thousand Sons successors, I decided to change it up, and to my confusion, I didn't see many options, or at least many options that would fit my criteria and what I wanted to get done in this video. Am I never going to cover those specific factions? No, I want to
Ooh, he looks rough. Ooh, he looks rough.
cover every Space Marine
He
chapter
looks
at some
rough.
point, no matter how minor, and I got quite a few to get through. It left me in the mindset I have now when discussing that video idea. Why is that? Why is it that any splinter warband of certain factions are more or less the same thing as their predecessors, but usually lesser? Sure, there is that one warband of the Word Bearers that instead of worshipping chaos as a whole, they just said fuck it, we ball, and chose Khorne. But in general, the successors and splinters of the Word Bearers are very much samey across the board. Samey to the point where you'd look at them and think that they are basically just the same thing with slightly different armor. It's because the Word Bearers in the modern setting have a weird issue. I'm going to ask a question now, and I feel like I'm going to lose a few of you, as it might sound like I'm plumbing so deep up my own ass that I am able to smell my own tonsils at this point. But are you familiar with the concept of flanderization? It's a fun term that I like examining in various pieces of media I watch. To put it bluntly, flanderization is when, through the process of time, a character's representation is exemplified by a single feature of their personality. Basically, they become more and more about one individual element of their personality.
Okay. Okay, so is it kind of like, okay, I may be off about this, but is it kind of like the what was his name, y'all? Oh my goodness, what was his name? I don't ever want to disrespect his name, man. Hold up. No. What's his name? Bro, legend, bro. Probably the greatest movie villain ever. Joker from The Dark Knight. What was his name? Oh my god, what was his name? Oh, bro, I feel so disrespectful right now, bro. I promise I'm not trying to be, I swear to God, bro, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. What was his name? It's at the tip of my tongue, y'all. No. Oh my, yo, I don't even want to look it up. Heath Ledger. So is it basically like Heath Ledger? Like basically, y'all, he got pulled so into the role, y'all, that it was affecting him. Yeah, bro. Bro, he dedicated to that role, to the Joker role so bad, y'all, that like it messed him up. And I don't know if that's like the same thing, but at the same time, I do know what he's talking about. How you have like one part of like, you know, who you are, and basically you dive straight into it. So let's say for example, you have somebody who's like, you know, funny. Let's say like you have like a normal human being, bro. Like normal human beings, you know, some human beings are funnier than most. Some human beings are smarter than most. Some human beings are angrier than most. And basically you tap into that one not personality, but yeah, I like, bro, I know exactly what he's talking about basically, bro.
Rather than being more nuanced in a character with differing traits. The term comes from Ned Flanders from The Simpsons, where he originally was just supposed to be the polar opposite to Homer, where he was kind, charitable, and a good Christian, but through time you see his character get eroded away to become nothing more than just a hyper-Christian, where he is so obsessed with God that it's the only thing that people tend to know about him. So with that in mind, we go back to the Word Bearers, and for the most part, the entirety of the 40k Chaos Pantheon. And it makes sense. Like, the World Eaters were a bloodthirsty legion originally, so them worshipping the god of blood, murder, and big strong men would obviously have that kind of an effect on them. They are now just known for being angry berserkers. The same goes for the Death Guard, where they were known for being stinky and resilient for the most part back in the day. Now they are just stinky and resilient. So, to tune our focus back onto the Word Bearers, I would honestly say it's a lot less tolerable on them, and the reason for that is both complicated and simple to understand. So for one, at base, the Word Bearers are known for being the most contentious of the legions. Okay. I'd say on par with maybe the Ultramarines, but but definitely less so, because the Ultramarines' reputation is starting to recover because Matt Ward has been cast off into a fucking abyss somewhere. But the thing with the...
Hey, bro, nobody likes Matt Ward, bro. Hey, you know what? Hey, if there's any video, I would love to listen to Matt Ward. I don't know if he has like a video or like audio, whatever that, you know, that we can listen to, but I would definitely like to get his side of it, man, because nobody likes him. Like, bro, out of every single time that I hear his name, bro, people just don't like him for some, like, whatever reason. I just don't get it.
Ultramarines and the Word Bear.
Like they said that, like, he basically glazes the Ultramarines, which is, you know, I understand. Like, people call me, you know, glazer. Yo, let me tell you something. I set up a poll on my YouTube channel. You know what? Let me pull it up. Yeah, bro. Everybody about to get, everybody that voted, you're about to get exposed. I can't believe y'all disrespecting me like this. So in my community post on YouTube, I put, who's the biggest glazer? I even put Matt Ward's name first, just so y'all can see his name first instead of me. And I put, who's the biggest glazer? And it was between Matt Ward and King Indy, which is me. Duh, obviously. Look at this. Can y'all see that? I can't believe y'all disrespecting me like that. 308 votes, and I was voted 80%. Wowzers. I can't believe y'all did that to me.
The thing that they have in common, rather, is a lot of people like them and a lot of people don't like them, but not many people have a neutral opinion about them. I am of a mind to say that the Horus Heresy era word bearers are easy to follow and definitely filled with a lot of characters that I would deem a bit frustrating, but that's besides the point. And what exactly is the point? Well, when you have a faction of characters that are known for having traits that annoy and even anger some readers when they are directly involved in a story, and then you have this specific trait refined to make that trait be the first and foremost of them, to the point where other Chaos factions in the lore see them as a bunch of weird religious nut jobs, it makes telling nuanced stories and adding differing viewpoints on them a bit tougher. It especially makes creating new warbands or chapters that follow a different rule set kind of hard, because from a writing perspective, you have this mindset that you need to make sure they are zealots in order to make them fit the predetermined characterization of Wordbearer's successor. The problem there is that in 40k, everyone is a zealot, to some degree at least. So what does that mean? It means that they have to crank up the representation of that one trait to make it fit more, and thus you're going to see my point about the flanderization. So in the end, you have a bunch of splinter factions that resemble their parent faction significantly more than it should. It leads to some pretty bland representation, and it's one of the reasons why you can see different warbands for every Chaos Legion in the modern setting, aside from, you know, maybe the Night Lords and the Alpha Legion, in the modern style, getting a printed out set of armor. You even have stuff like the Purge or the Flawless Host. I talk about them a lot, I know.
Ooh, wait a minute. If looks could kill. Baby, I'm the fashion team. Yo, this looks nice. This is ugly. This is Swamp Strek ugly. Get it out of here. This is actually nice right here, bro. This is hard. I like this a lot, bro.
But the Wordbearers, you can't really get any new warbands for, and even if you do, they're not very well known. It's more of a flex to bring up that they're referencing that old warband than it is to actually show that they're still a big player in the setting. It's definitely a lot more complicated than that, because the Wordbearers are iconoclasts in lore. They mount rebellions and spread the gospel of the primordial annihilators, so they usually operate in small cells with mass amounts of cultists and small amounts of marines. It does make forming new warbands a bit tough as well, not to mention, I feel like training new apothecaries for the Wordbearers would be a fucking hassle. Could you imagine trying to get this man his doctorate? Yeah, I didn't fucking think so. In the short end of things, I think the Wordbearers in terms of successor chapters is a bit lackluster, as you could probably guess from the whole point of this video. And I'm going to do more digging into the ones that are around in the future, as I find myself growing increasingly more interested in them. Is
Okay.
Lorgar still a creep? Oh, fuck.
Man, of course, man, look at him. Of course he is, bro. Got no eyebrows, no nothing. And listen, I'm not Brad Pitt, I'm not Michael B. Jordan, but man, come on, man. Now, I will be fair. Let's say it for what it is. He does have like some nice, like, face muscles or whatever. Other than that, bro, I'm gonna keep it real for what it is, bro. He looks scary. He looks very intimidating, bro. Bro, he'll make you pee your pants by just looking at you. I promise you, bro. Just look at it. He looks like he sees you in the dark. No lie, bro. For real, it don't matter if you black. He'll see you. It don't matter, bro. He's looking directly at you. Is he looking at me? Yes, he is. He is, bro. He's looking directly at you. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. There is no, oh, well, I don't think he sees us. Yeah, he sees you. Yeah, bro. Call this man Tupac because guess what? All eyes are on you. Bro, he's looking at you. You got the bald head and everything. It's ridiculous, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, he is. But I realize it's not as much his fault as it is the fault of the people around him. Like Corferon and the Emperor. Oh, fuck, did I say that? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yo, he got a whole like crossword puzzle on his face, bro. Yo, I think I see happy. Like, let me see. H-A-P. Okay, no, I got it wrong. Like, man, he got all types of equations and symbols on his face.
Erebus is almost irredeemable.
Bro, his whole head is an Easter egg, bro. Like,
He's been a mustache-twirling villain since the beginning of his existence.
School
And in all
brat.
honesty, he doesn't need to be much of anything else. I just wished that every other descendant chapter of the Word Bearers would be. Another funny thing I see is there are many, many people complaining that legions like the Night Lords and the Alpha Legion, as I mentioned before, don't get new models, which is fair, though the Night Lords are getting a kill team soon, and the Alpha Legion, well, you could make the kill team in Alpha Legion kill team too, if you're a dick like that, but I've never encountered anyone complaining that there are no word bearers or unique word bearer models. I think it is something to ruminate about. But what do you think about the Iconoclasts and their weird issues with creating new subfactions? Think I should have just covered one of the weirder ones that I found, or should I have just left it?
oh my goodness gracious. That's so, oh my god, it's hideous. Oh my god, yo, I'm not Brad Pitt, I'm not Tom Cruise, but man, at least I don't look like these right here, bro. My goodness gracious, bro. He got teethitis, like, bro, oh my goodness. Comment down below. Shout out to Mr. 40K Bones for the video, man. And if you guys want to, man, make sure you guys support me over there on the Patreon. My first video will be going up on May 24th, which is this Saturday, man. And again, if you guys want to support your boy, you can. Thank y'all so much for everything. And I'm going to see y'all later for the next one. This is absolutely hideous, by the way, man. Bye, everyone.